Alright, welcome back everyone. It's David, aka Faramir4731. And I'm bringing you a tutorial here on this one about protectorates. And I'm going to take you to my Poland-Lithuania campaign that I had won. And basically, I'm going to be talking to whether protectorates are worth it or not. You can see, let's see here. I think it's turn 120. Yeah, because we're almost at 1759. Okay, so you can see I have conquered all of North Africa. I've taken Portugal, and I have captured the majority of Central Europe. I control. I even control the Crimea. And alright, so let's talk about, for example, Poland-Lithuania in this situation. Poland-Lithuania starts out with two protectorates. They start out with Courland, of course, and Saxony. Now, Saxony is going to be the one that's going to be most at risk early game because either Austria or Prussia will have ability to easily capture Saxony. So, protecting Saxony is hugely important if you want to keep them as a protectorate. You're probably going to have to give them a region to keep them in game. And typically what I will do is give them West Prussia. And that's easier for me to protect them because I'll take East Prussia from Prussia pretty quickly, and that gives me an army I can watch after them with. Courland is fairly easy to keep in game. Sweden's the only threat, and Sweden really won't pose much threat to them. So Saxony is going to be really the one you're going to have to babysit the most. So by doing that, you can create yourself pretty nice little allies that you will have with you for a long time in game, into the game. And the reason that they can be important is because late game, we all know that trade partners become quite difficult to obtain because once you start taking regions, no one wants to trade with you. So your protectorate, unless you really do something dumb, they're not going to want to break that ability to continue trade with you. And they'll also enter wars with you, so on and so forth. It's pretty much a guarantee. Now, you can see my trade partners. Russia's an ally and Denmark is an ally. Courland and Saxony are my two protectorates. So you can see between my two allies, I'm making about about 7,300 with them, and with my two protectorates, I'm making about 73. So 74, looks like about 74. Just quick eyeball math, but you can see I did a lot to boost up Saxony. I gave them France. I gave them Flanders. I gave them a pretty good stretch of land through here. And the reason I did that is I was wanting to rapidly progress through conquering nations, and having a protectorate makes that easy because you can trade those lands away. They become powerful. You still get 50% of the income, and it's just a great win-win deal. With Courland, I think I gave them Finland. I think they lost it once, and I had to go back and capture it again to give it to them. So Courland is the one I don't make as much from just because they don't have as much territory. Now, the only option I have really to trade with is the Ottomans, and they won't trade with me. So all that income would not be there if I didn't have protectorates. You can see I'm making 39,000 per turn right now, and largely that is based on this income right here, 14,000 income from trade turns. So that balances out my naval, all the navy I have, and also one thing that's going to go into boost in that is having the trade nodes, as well. But again, my trade income I usually balance against my naval upkeep, and tax income I balance against my army upkeep. And you can reduce down the amount of armies you need, because having protectorates, you will have somebody, if you trade them regions close to yours, they'll help keep an eye on your regions as well from invading forces. As you can see here, there is quite a large supply of Saxon troops close to a lot of my regions. So, not saying they'll help, but it is a deterrent for the AI. Ultimately, why I would suggest obtaining and keeping your protectorates, because you can progress through quite rapidly against your enemies, and you can see by rapidly getting all the control of Europe, which I control everything with the exception of the Ottomans. I think I fought them and I signed a treaty with them, and they only have Armenia. So the only region the Ottomans have. And that's the only hostile force other than Spain that has a region. I just got them alive, so all these don't become rebel and so on and so forth, because I got rid of the pirates. I don't want to deal with pirates again. Hopefully this will help you in your decisions of whether some people you will see when they play Poland-Lithuania, they'll attack Cortland and take Cortland. And yes, you will get the full income from taking Cortland, but is that a good long-term solution? By eliminating Cortland, you give yourself, sure, like I said, you're going to increase your income from taxes to 100% from taking Cortland, but what if they expand and you don't have to hold on to it, dictating resources to holding on to those regions for quite a bit of time, when you can be pushing on other regions and gaining other regions faster? So it's food for thought. And again, with other nations like France, you're going to have Louisiana. With England, you're going to have 13 colonies. You could see from, like, for example, with England, Legend of Total War, when he did his Britain Blitz campaign, he kept the 13 colonies all the way to the end of his Blitz. And what he did is he went ahead and kept them to the very final turn, and then took the last region to get them to come into under his control, and then he had the whole world. So hopefully I explained that right. But anyway, just some things to think about, because then you don't have to hold on to regions. And usually when you trade a region, even when the public order is bad, when you trade it to somebody, it solves that public order problems. So anyway, let me know what you think. To protectorate or not to protectorate, that is the question. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, what's best, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks again, everyone.